Before this video begins, I'll be combining the series Cult Worthy or Crap and Can You Believe This Exists into one, calling the series Discovering Cult Classics. Now, on to the video. Star Wars is one of the most popular franchises ever. I've seen the prequels, the original trilogy, the sequel trilogy, and the Family Guy Star Wars trilogy.
I love you.
Fuck off.
I haven't seen any of the shows like The Mandalorian, The Acolyte, or other films like Rogue One or Solo. And I haven't seen any of the animated Star Wars shows, so I can't give my opinions on them. Just with what I said, you can tell I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan. Today I'll be talking about a Star Wars ripoff, Battle Beyond the Stars. Battle Beyond the Stars is a 1980 Star Wars ripoff, directed by Jimmy Murakami, who is best known for his animated films Where the Wind Blows and The Snowman. And the film is produced by B-movie king himself, Roger Corman. Battle Beyond the Stars isn't just a ripoff of Star Wars, but is also a remake of Seven Samurai and The Magnificent Seven. Fun fact, James Cameron worked as the art and visual effects director for Battle Beyond the Stars. So that's why, when you watch this film, it's very beautiful and looks well made.
Well, thank you. That's a very nice compliment.
People compare this to Rebel Moon, and I haven't seen Rebel Moon, so I can't compare Rebel Moon and its sequel to Battle Beyond the Stars. Now, I'm going to discuss the cover. When you see a film cover that tries to rip off another film, it's usually misleading, but this cover isn't misleading. There's some misleading parts. First is seeing X-Men's outfit. She doesn't wear that, but she does wear a skimpy outfit though. And there's one character on the cover that isn't even in the film. Roger Corman knew how to clickbait people before clickbait was even a thing. And the ship does indeed have boobs, but the ship is not white. It's more of a orangey brownish color. This is a new recording. I record this later, so if you see my profile picture on the side, just know that I forgot to mention something. And that is the two-headed creature that's on the cover is not in the film. Now, let's have fun and start the review. The film begins and we get our title card. We get to see our cast and crew names, and we're in space. And we see a ship belonging to Sador. He's the bad guy of the film. Sador's ship arrives on an orange defenseless planet named Akir. Sador's ship arrives on the planet and he doesn't have anything nice to say.
Beings of Akir. I am Sador of the Mount Lori. I have come with my forces to conquer you.
Plans to take the planet as his own, pretty much, and he shows them a piece of the action if they resist. The people of Akir have a meeting, and they have no one to defend their planet. Zed, the planet's leader, a blind man, suggests
to fight creatures of violence, you must use creatures of violence.
We should hire mercenaries.
And Shad, a farm boy, volunteers to find him. They don't trust him, they see him as weak.
You're a boy.
Beta!
But they reluctantly agree to let him do it. The planet Akir and its people, the people on the planet are named the Akira, are named after filmmaker Akira Kurosawa. Shad enters the ship. The ship is run by a system named Nell.
This isn't going to be just another planetary joyride, you know.
I know that, Nell.
And he flies off to find mercenaries. I need to mention this again, the ship has got boobs. As Shad is flying, he gets attacked by Sador's goons, and has no idea what to do, so Nell helps him out. Man, even the ship thinks Shad is weak.
I can't believe it. You got no backbone, kid.
Beta!
Shad heads into a base, the Hephaestus station, run by Dr. Hephaestus. Shad first meets Nanelia, Dr. Hephaestus' daughter, then meets Dr. Hephaestus. Dr. Hephaestus can't help because he's old.
I'm an old man, older even than Zed.
But he suggests that he and Nanelia breed, which is so weird.
You don't mean that you want me to breed with your daughter?
And he forces Shad to do it. Shad tells Nanelia about his culture, and Nanelia helps him escape because of this. Shad escapes Dr. Hephaestus' base, and Nanelia decides to join him. Just know that most of this film is Shad finding people to help fight Sador. Shad and Nanelia leave the station and fly into space. Shad is on the ship, and Nell tells him,
Starboard side, kid. We got some action.
We see another ship with the Confederate flag on it. We see the guy who's flying the ship, and he's a man named Cowboy, yes. George Peppard's character is named Cowboy. Cowboy is getting attacked and Shad helps him out. Shad meets with Cowboy and asks him to help fight Sador, but Cowboy says no, and he has a good point.
Sador's never lost a war. He never quits. You fight Sador, and you've got a snowball's chance in hell.
Cowboy tells Shad,
How would you like 10,000 Mac Laser 4s and 40,000 charge slides? They're paid for, and I haven't got the fuel to get them home.
and Cowboy agrees to join them. Nanelia is flying her ship, and her ship begins to get destroyed by space rays, and she passes out and gets taken in by Cayman. I mean, the name speaks for itself. He's a lizard humanoid with the crocodile breed Cayman. That's just my guess.
Oh, I am Cayman.
We meet Cayman's little minions, the Kelvins.
They're Kelvin. Urim and Thummim. The Kelvin are a thermal creature.
And Kopay, a human. Nanelia tells Cayman about her and Shad's plan to try and find mercenaries to defend Akir. This does not interest Cayman, but Nanelia tells him,
You're heartless! You're just like Sador!
Sador?
which makes Cayman want to help out. Shad is being followed by a very bright ship, and Shad meets the people in it. They are named Nestors. The Nestors know about the war with Sador and agree to help out. No questions asked.
We have monitored your travels. You are seeking mercenaries for an adventure. We would like to participate.
The Nestors are clones and can feel each other's consciousness. The Nestors share each other's minds. Now we cut to Sador's ship, and the goons are spying on the planet Akir, and people are getting married there. This is like the scene in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1 where they have a wedding or like a terrible situation. When there's a terrible situation like this, I suggest you don't get married. They enter into planets and attack. They also kidnap a woman for fun. Shad is flying his ship and enters a different planet. Shad looks around the base, and he meets with Gout, played by Robert Vaughn, who is also in The Magnificent Seven, and he's pretty much playing the same character. Gout is suspicious. Gout is the only man on the planet because
The other planets in the galaxy formed a protective association. They raised an army and cleaned us out.
Shad tells Gout about his plan to hire mercenaries to fight back against Sador, and Gout agrees to join them.
Right now, your offer looks very attractive to me.
Funny enough, Robert Vaughn was in 2 Magnificent 7 remakes, Battle Beyond the Stars and The Magnificent 11, and I haven't seen The Magnificent 11 yet. Shad sees a ship in front of him trying to play with him. Don't take that out of context.
Well, whoever he is, I don't have time to play with him.
And we meet the person of the ship, a woman named Saint X-Men. Saint X-Men volunteers to join to fight Sador, but Shad says no to her.
In our youth, we must leave home and fight in many battles until we have proven ourselves.
Well, you've proven yourself to be a pain in the neck, so why don't you just fly off?
All the people met each other in a very nice, intense time. Shad reunites with Nanelia and meets Cayman for the first time. Gout notices someone is following them, and it's Saint X-Men. All the people he got are headed to Akir, and Sador's goon notices the 7 ships coming. Well, we know what that's referencing, don't we? They try to fight the ships, and a woman from Akir whom they kidnapped earlier tries to mess it up. And Gout destroys the ship with an innocent lady in it. Now, Shad and the others head to Akir, and Saint X-Men just joins them, even though Shad said no to her. And the mercenaries Shad got are praised. Nanelia talks technical stuff about Sador's ship, and they're planning on how to fight Sador. I smell some romance coming up, and it's very cute. Shad and the others are waiting for Sador's ship to come, and the Nestors are curious about what a hot dog is.
What is that you're eating? Oh, that's a hot dog.
And they try it for the first time. They get an alert that Sador has arrived, and they prepare to fight. Now, Shad and the others are battling it out. I can't describe every character's fight because this will be too long, but I will tell you which fights are worth it to see. And now, it's pretty cool. Now, we get to see one of the most reused Roger Corman clips in history. Shad faces some problems, but he decides to go to Sador's ship.
All right. Let's head for Sador.
Gout gets injured and his ship gets damaged during the battle. Now we're back on Akir, and we see Sador's men are doing ground invasion, and they are taken down by a cowboy and by the people of Akir. But Sador's goons with a supersonic noise weapon, and the people of Akir are getting killed. Now they're back on the base. They can't fight due to noise, and Nestors tell Cowboy that the Kelvin have no ears, which means they can help.
It seems they're volunteering. Yeah, what can they do?
Well, for one thing, the Kelvin have no ears.
The Kelvins head out to destroy the machine making the supersonic noise, and they destroy the machine using all their heat, and they die. And this makes Sador's men flee. While this happens, Zed gets killed, and Shad is depressed. We see Gelt badly injured and he dies. Now we're back on Sador's ship. And we see Sador has kidnapped one of the Nestors. I just call it Nestor number 2, and is interrogating him. Sador's surgeon cuts Nestor number 2's arm off, and Sador gets the DNA of Nestor number 2 and then injects it into him. And now that he has the arm of the second Nestor, but he doesn't know the Nestor's powers. So the Nestors on Akir make Sador go into some crazy shenanigans. So Sador decides to cut his arm off to make it stop. Shad asks Neely to join him in the sky to fight because he's scared, and she agrees. We're on Sador's ship, and Sador has had enough.
Prepare all ships for a full-scale attack.
And now we're at the final battle. Everyone is giving it their all. The Nestors get their ship shot and die. Sador decides to bring out the Stellar Converter so he can destroy Akir once and for all.
Ready the Stellar Converter. Fix on the planet Akir.
Saint X-Men gives her battle cry and crashes into Sador's ship, kamikaze style. Because of this, they can't fire at Akir, but Saint X-Team survives and she sacrifices herself. What a beautiful ending, I guess.
Live fast, fight well, and have a beautiful ending.
Kawi comes in and fights, and he's destroying them hard. Kawi gets his ship damaged, and he can't help anymore. He plays his harmonica one last time, and dies. Shad realizes something.
He didn't want to fight, but he came anyway.
That's what you call commitment. Kamen gives his war cry, gets his ship shot, dies. You can compare Shad fights hard, gets his ship shot, and is damaged. Even Nell loses her memories because of the damage. And Shad has a plan. Shad and Neely escape, and Nell stops Sador and makes Sador's ship explode. Sador is not happy.
I want to live forever.
And Sador and his goons all die. Shad and Nenelia return to Akir, and Nenelia is sad about what happened to everyone. Shad gives her a speech about them and how they're part of Akir now, and the film ends. So in conclusion, Battle Beyond the Stars might be labeled as a ripoff, but it's really a mix of inspirations that come together into something entertaining. It borrows from Star Wars, Seven Samurai, and The Magnificent Seven, but it adds its own personality through its characters, design, and tone. It's a great example of how low to mid-budget films can still be creative and memorable.